what is Kathew? Like, what is that made up of?
It's made of rice noodle. That's almost the size of the spaghetti, the flat one. What's it called? Fettuccine, something like that. Fettuccine. Fettuccine, yeah. It's that same size, but it's white. And the soup, you have to cook the bone. Usually it's like beef bone or pork bone that has a little meat on it, and you have to cook at least 1 to 2 hours so that the meat would come tender and it make the soup flavorful. So I put some ginger and lime leaves in it to add more flavor, and also I'm gonna add later on the onions and carrots. And for the other ingredient is just salt, fish sauce, and hoisin sauce, and I threw the box away, but it's chicken broth, but the dry one. That's what the soup is. So right now I'm cooking it, just let the meat become tender before I add the carrot and onion to it. And right now I am slicing the beef to go with it too. So we're gonna add this later on to it once we cook the noodle and put it into the bowl. So we're gonna cook this in a separate pot and add to the noodle. So and once this water is boiled, I'm gonna pre-cook the shrimp.
How much does this pot usually feed? How many people?
Pot, at least feed to 25 to 30 people.
People? Ooh, that's amazing.
People can even have seconds, right?
Yeah.
If they want to, or thirds. When did you first learn how to make Kathew? Do you remember?
I don't remember.
Was it here?
Yeah,
Probably
it
here.
was here in the United States.
Who taught you?
I just watched my mom doing it. So basically, most of the cooking that I learned is not really, being taught or put this, put that, or you need to put this kind of ingredient. Basically, when my mom is cooking, I am usually in the kitchen helping her. So she will tell me to, cut this and cut that, and by watching her, then I know what to put in it. And that's how I learned how to cook.
What's one of your favorite meals that your mom has made you?
It's called salagago, which is also a soup, and it has many different vegetables, a lot of green. You could put, all kind of vegetables that you like, but mostly I like the watercress, the spinach, and the squash in it. And yeah, because I like it because they only put a little bit meat in it. Sometimes they put pork, sometimes they put the fish, and I like it with the fish more than the pork because it's more healthy.
No. Do you consider Khmer food to be a lot healthier than like American food?
I do if it, the traditional food, a lot of the soup is very healthy, like don't have a lot of fattening. But since we come to the United States, because we have so much variety of meat, so we add more meat to it. But most of the soup that the Khmer people cook is mostly like vegetable. So especially like during the war, you know, we can't find any meat, so we eat mostly vegetable and the fish.
Would you say that the grocery stores here have a lot of the vegetables that you look for in a traditional Cambodian meal? Or is it hard to find?
It's easy to find in the Asian store, but not in the American store. Yeah, so if you go to the Cambodian store here, we could find most of the vegetables that we needed.
So I think like a lot of people that don't know much about like Cambodians or like our culture, I know that with a lot of like Southeast Asian cultures, a lot of people of color, we usually make a lot more food than there are people.
Yeah.
Why do you do that? Why do you think that we do that?
I think because we went through the war and we used to starve, so we want to be able to have enough food for everybody in the family, and like in case guests come over too, because sometimes guests just show up, they don't really
Brandon.
to let us know. So you know, we always tend to make more than we needed to make, because of that reason, that we do not want anybody in the family feel like they're not full after dinner.
Makes sense.
What are these prices not putting over?
These are like tender and fat, and it's get like very tough. So
I just want to chew forever.
Yeah.
Just sit there. I don't want a piece of gum. I just want the fat. Are there any tips that you would have for someone that's wanting to learn how to cook? Or anything that you learned in the kitchen? Like, fast tips?
The best way to learn is to watch somebody do it. You know, if somebody is cooking in the kitchen, make sure you're there and help out. So, you know, by helping out, you could see what the person is doing too. And I think by watching and by helping out, you remember more than just like when you have a, you know, ingredient in front of you. You have to read it and look over what you need and stuff like that. But like, you know, oh, did I forget to do this? Did I forget to do that? But you know, when you watch it, I think by seeing it, you remember more. Because I find it difficult, like when I try to cook like American food and looking at the ingredients. So every time I kept on have to go back to look, oh, did I skip this or did I skip that? And like the step is, it seemed harder for me to do it than when like I'm just watching my mom and I learn quickly.